25 signs she's flirting with you. Does she like you? Hello everyone. Today, we're diving into the world of flirting and exploring 25 telltale signs that a girl or woman might be showing interest in you. Whether it's a mysterious stranger across the room, a colleague, or even a friend, these signs can help you decipher their intentions. But first, let's talk about a key factor: confidence. The more content and satisfied a woman is with her life, the harder it can be to seduce her. We all have our insecurities and egos, which create opportunities for others to spark attraction and initiate seduction. So, keep this in mind as we go through these signs. Now, let's get started with the first indicator: her body language. If she's facing you directly, with her face, torso, and feet all aligned towards you, it's a strong signal that she's engaged and open to your presence. However, if any of these body parts are turned away, it might suggest a lack of interest or a desire to keep you at a distance. The second sign is proximity. If she's standing or sitting close to you, within your personal space bubble, it could be a sign of comfort or familiarity. But it might also indicate a level of interest and a desire to be closer to you. Thirdly, pay attention to her posture. If she leans forward when you're talking, it's a clear sign of engagement and interest. Conversely, if she leans away or turns her body away from you, it suggests a lack of interest or a desire to create distance. Fourthly, eye contact is a powerful tool. If she maintains lingering eye contact with you, whether you're talking or not, it's a strong indicator of her interest. I've covered the art of eye contact in other videos, but a good rule of thumb is that a 3-second eye contact is a positive sign. If her gaze feels slightly intrusive, it's a good indication that she wants you to make a move. So, keep an eye out for these common signs, and remember, confidence and a positive mindset are key when it comes to flirting and seduction. Stay tuned for more insights on this fascinating topic. When engaging in conversation with someone you're interested in, pay attention to their body language. If she lingers a bit longer than usual, even after you've finished speaking, it might be a sign that she's interested. Typically, people break eye contact periodically because constant staring can feel awkward or even intimidating. However, if she maintains steady eye contact for longer than what feels natural, whether you're across the room or talking to her directly, this could be a sign of her interest. Another indicator is if you're close enough to her that she feels comfortable touching you. If she touches you more frequently than others around her, it could be a good sign that she's interested. Some people are naturally more affectionate, so observe how much she touches others to gauge her general behavior. If she not only touches you but also lets her hand linger on your shoulder or elbow, this is a strong sign that she's interested and possibly flirting. Smiling at you from across the room or for no apparent reason when you're in the same social circle can also be a clear sign of interest. If you're already friends and in the friend zone, these signs might still be present, but you might overlook them because of your established relationship. Later, we'll explore more signs to look out for when you're in the friend zone or she considers you a friend. Lastly, if she maintains eye contact and begins to lower her eyelids slightly, it's likely a sign of attraction rather than tiredness. These subtle cues can help you understand if someone is interested in you beyond friendship. She might be giving you that dreamy, soft-eyed expression, and honestly, I just can't bring myself to do it. I apologize, but it's just not something I can manage. Anyway, you might notice that her eyelids tend to lower slightly when this happens. I really don't think I can pull it off right now, it has to be a spontaneous moment. This is a behavior that requires a certain level of acting skill, as it comes quite naturally to us. It's part of our human physiology when we feel attracted to someone or are engaging in flirtation. Now, let's talk about another sign. If you notice that her voice pitch begins to rise or is already higher than what you typically hear from her, this could indicate that she is flirting with you, even if she isn't fully aware of it. If you know her from work or social settings, you might be able to recognize this change. A woman's voice often shifts to a slightly higher, more feminine tone when she is interested in someone. On the flip side, the next sign is the opposite. If her voice drops in pitch and slows down, this could be a deliberate attempt to change her vocal tone as a way of flirting with you. This is a clear indication that she is intentionally trying to engage with you. Moving on to another sign, if she gives you a half smile, this can be quite telling. When you catch her gaze and she responds with a shy, half grin, it may suggest that she is flirting with you or is open to you making a move. Lastly, another sign that often accompanies the half smile is when she looks down and away, possibly blushing. While you might not be able to see the blush from a distance, her body language can still convey her feelings. These subtle cues can be quite revealing and are worth paying attention to. If you're not already familiar with the person and she's standing a bit away, the signs of interest become even more noticeable. For example, if you make direct eye contact and she's facing you, it's a clear indication she's paying attention. Then, if you gesture subtly, like winking, offering a half smile, or a playful glance, she may respond with a similar reaction. She might blush, look down, or turn her gaze away before glancing back to see if you're still engaging with her. This exchange is a subtle but clear sign of her finding you attractive and wanting to explore a deeper connection. Number 12 involves blushing. Even from a distance, it can be challenging to spot, but if you're close enough to notice, you might observe her cheeks turning pink or her chest warming up. This physical reaction occurs when she's emotionally affected by your presence. Even if she's far away, she might touch her face to relieve the warmth, a natural response to feeling flustered. This physiological reaction confirms that she's been influenced by you, whether consciously or not. Number 13 is when she starts playing with her hair. This behavior often signals nervousness or attraction. She might look at you, blush, then look away before returning your gaze. If she begins to touch her hair or fidget with her hands, it's a sign she's either intrigued by you or experiencing a physical reaction. For instance, if she repeatedly brushes her hair while looking at you, it could mean she's trying to calm her nerves or is becoming increasingly interested in your presence. These small, involuntary actions reveal her emotional state in a way that's easy to miss but unmistakable when observed closely. When a girl is intentionally gazing at you while playing with her hair, it's a widely recognized indicator of interest. Sometimes this behavior is deliberate, while at other times it may be an instinctive reaction that she can't control. Either way, it's a positive sign that she might be attracted to you or even flirting. Moving on to another sign, if you find yourself engaged in a conversation with her, whether you're already acquainted or just getting to know each other, pay attention to how she responds to your humor. If she frequently laughs at your jokes, even those that are only half serious or not intended to be funny, it's a strong indication of her interest. You might notice her having spontaneous fits of giggles, or she may laugh at things that don't necessarily warrant a chuckle, which shows she enjoys your company. Another clear sign of her flirting or interest is when she casually inquires about your relationship status. For instance, she might make comments like, "Shouldn't you be at home with your girlfriend tonight?" or, "Does your girlfriend allow you to stay out this late with your friends?" These questions suggest she assumes you have a girlfriend, providing you with a chance to clarify that you are single. Additionally, she may drop hints about her own relationship status, often mentioning that she is single. This could happen in response to your questions or even as a part of the conversation flow. For example, she might say, "If I had a boyfriend, he definitely wouldn't want me talking to you." Such statements are her way of signaling that she is available and curious about your status as well. Another unmistakable sign of her interest is her tendency to ask you numerous personal questions, showing genuine curiosity about your life. If she is truly engaged, she will follow up on your responses with more questions rather than shifting the focus back to herself or ignoring your answers altogether. Lastly, a very obvious sign that she is attracted to you is when she offers you compliments. These could be about your appearance or other attributes, indicating that she appreciates something about you. She might compliment you on your appearance or your sense of style. Alternatively, she could praise your achievements if you've shared any recent successes, or she might find some way to give you a compliment that shows she's impressed by something about you. A key sign, number 19, is that she will subtly boast a little about herself. Women often tend to be more discreet when bragging, so she might weave it naturally into the conversation, highlighting something she's proud of that could impress you. For example, she might say, "I'm not entirely sure where I want to go to college because I have a few options, but I did graduate at the top of my class, so I'm just trying to figure things out." In this case, she's downplaying her achievement by focusing on her indecision, but what she truly wants you to notice is her intelligence, her accomplishments, or her hardworking nature. She'll find small ways to include these details in her talk, subtly signaling her high value as a woman. Moving on to facial expressions, some women tend to have very neutral or stoic facial features, making it hard to read their feelings. If you notice that a woman's face remains mostly expressionless, don't be discouraged, this might simply be her personality. However, if she appears more animated, perhaps with wide eyes, big smiles, or expressive head movements, these could be signs that she's interested in you or flirting, even if she's not explicitly saying so. Such lively facial cues, whether conscious or unconscious, often indicate attraction or curiosity. The next level of signals involves physical proximity and subtle gestures. For instance, if she's sharing a secret or private thought, instead of just speaking softly from a distance, she might lean in closer and whisper in your ear. The content of what she says might be trivial, like commenting on someone's drinking habits, speculating about stealing a book from the library, or other insignificant details. The main point is that she's intentionally getting close enough to smell you or create a more intimate moment, which is a clear sign of her interest. She aims to get close enough to not only assess the chemistry and pheromones between you but also to invade your personal space slightly. This proximity serves as a clear indication of her interest in you, which is a definite sign of flirting. The concept of the eye-mouth triangle comes into play here. When she shifts her gaze from your eyes to your mouth, it suggests that she might be contemplating what it would be like to kiss you. Alternatively, she could be signaling that she would like you to kiss her. Of course, there's always the possibility that you might have something stuck in your teeth, like spinach, but if her focus is moving between your eyes and your mouth, especially in a certain way, it's more likely that she's interested in kissing you rather than being distracted by any dental mishaps. If she's looking from one eye to the other and then to your mouth repeatedly, it indicates that she's more concerned about the potential kiss than your oral hygiene. The slower her gaze shifts, the more intrigued she is about the idea of kissing you. Another clear sign of her interest is if she starts licking her lips. If she's engaging in the eye-mouth triangle and then begins to lick or part her lips, especially if they weren't parted before, this is a strong indication that she's flirting with you and likely thinking about a kiss. If she's parting and licking her lips simultaneously, which I won't demonstrate for you, it's a clear sign of her strong attraction and a hint that she might want you to lean in for a kiss. The next sign, which is particularly telling, is if she actively seeks you out. Whether you spot her from across the room and she makes her way over to you, or if you know her from work or social circles and she consistently looks for opportunities to include you, this behavior is a strong indicator that she's either flirting with you or eager to get to know you on a deeper level, possibly even romantically. Lastly, a very direct sign of her interest, which you might encounter at a bar or with more progressive or older women, is when she either directly tells you or asks you out. This straightforward approach is a clear indication of her intentions. When it comes to determining mutual attraction, women often take a step back and observe certain signs before making a move. However, there are some women who are more direct and willing to take the initiative, regardless of their age or circumstances. This can sometimes catch people off guard, especially if they are not used to being approached in such a straightforward manner. If you find yourself in this situation, don't be afraid to reciprocate and see where things go. It's essential to remember that mutual attraction is a two-way street, and being open to someone's advances can be a great way to build a connection. Now, let's talk about the friend zone and how it can affect the way women show interest. If you're already friends with someone, they might be more cautious about expressing their feelings or making a move. This is because they don't want to risk disrupting the friendship if they are not sure you feel the same way. As a result, the signs of interest might be more subtle and take longer to develop. She may be more tentative in her approach, gradually increasing the intensity of her signals over time. This is because she's unsure about your feelings and doesn't want to jeopardize the friendship. It's crucial to recognize that these signs are still relevant, even if you're already friends. Don't be confused if the signs are more understated or take longer to appear, it's just a natural consequence of being in the friend zone. For instance, if you're used to a certain level of physical touch or playful banter with your friend, they might start to introduce more flirtatious or intimate elements into your interactions. This could be a sign that they're interested in taking things to the next level. By being aware of these subtle cues and being open to the possibility of a romantic connection, you can navigate the friend zone with more confidence and potentially build a stronger, more meaningful relationship.